Okay, let me see if I can refresh. Guys, we're getting ready, running a little behind schedule. For those of you who don't know, I work for a school district and it is a busy time of year for me. So I'm rushing home and it's been a hectic day, but you know what's making it all better? Spending the evening with you guys. I think we're ready to get started. Remember, it's live, so when things don't work out, we're just going to roll with it. Welcome to Sisterhood of the Traveling Pans. I'm Jessica, and these are my co-hosts, my Traveling Pans. Well, today I'm going to share something with you that has changed my life, and maybe yours too if you cook dinner. It is the rotisserie chicken. Love it. Okay, so the rotisserie chicken you can find almost anywhere, and it's so versatile. You can make lots of things with it. I mean, I use it for chicken tacos, use it for casseroles. Sometimes I just slice it up and it's chicken with some vegetables and salad on the side when I'm in a pinch. But today I'm going to make 2 meals out of this one bird. Let me tell you a little bit about it. I know you can get the rotisserie chicken, you know, my favorite place, H-E-B, but you can also get it at Sam's, you can get them from Costco, you can even buy them at Walmart. But today I went to Kroger because they have something called the colossal chicken, and it is exactly what it says. It's a huge bird, and because we're doing 2 meals from it, we needed a huge bird. So I started with the colossal chicken today. Let's put this over here. Let me know if you're watching. I'll try and, we got lots to do, so I'll try. Joe may be telling me who's watching. So we started with our colossal chicken, and today we're going to make 2 meals out of it. So I've already deboned the chicken, and for the white meat of the chicken, we're going to make a lunch, a chicken salad. Really big hit with my grandson. And for dinner, with the dark meat, we're going to make a little take on a Tex-Mex favorite, tostadas. But I'm going to make them with black beans. So we're going to start that. We're just going to start the beans kind of warming up. I put a little bit of oil in the pan, and we're using black beans. I know some people don't like black beans. My mother does not like black beans, but they're so good for you, high in fiber, lower in carbs than pinto beans. So I want you to just try it. So we're going to put that on, but we're going to make lunch while that's warming up. So this is something that I do quite often because it travels so well. You can take it on your road trips. I take it in the RV. I make it for luncheons. Just the other day, my son's girlfriend and I made some for our lunch, and she was going to. So we started out with the white meat of the rotisserie chicken. Now, because I'm using just the white meat, I did pour a little bit of the liquid from the rotisserie in here just to kind of moisten it up. So we're going to start off with that.
Laura Stewart says hello.
Hey, Laura. I'm going to see Laura in Canada. We're going to go to Canada. Laura's my good buddy. Her husband works in the same kind of industry that my husband does. Okay, and then we're going to put some, my favorite, purple onions. Now remember, I always talk about the purple onions. They're not as strong as the white or the yellow, so they really just add like a little bit of extra something. You know, I said that my son's girlfriend and I made this for lunch she was going to, and the person that we were making this for did not even like onions, and we cut them so small she didn't even notice. So a little bit of onions, and then I'm going to add some celery just to give it a little crunch. So we're going to put celery into the bath and the purple onion, and then we're going to add some mayonnaise. So I'm going to start with a little. Remember, you can always add more if you don't have enough, but you can't take away. So start with just a bit, and it is a mayonnaise-based salad. So we're going to, sometimes I just use my hands, but I know I have company today, so I got to be good. So you're going to mix this up really well. And this is something, let me tell you about this. The longer it sits, the better it gets. So you can make it the day before your luncheon, the day before you're hitting the road, and put it in the refrigerator. And like I said, the longer it sits, the better it gets.
Yolanda. Yes, watching. Yo.
Hey, yo. Okay, so it looks a little, I think we need just a wee bit more.
Mama's watching.
Hi, Mom. Mom was the first one that kind of introduced me to this. So there's your Boy, I'm a nosy person today. Okay, so it's kind of mixed up. I add a little bit. Now, the rotisserie chicken has seasoning in it, but I put just a little bit of lemon pepper. I love lemon pepper. And it just adds a little something to it. And the last thing, didn't I tell you that it's been a hectic day for me? I got to get something from the drawer here. Pecans. That's going to go into our chicken. So we've gotten it all mixed together. Now the last thing we add in here, see, we did need all the mayonnaise. Now if you take it out the next day because you've let it sit overnight and it's a little dry, put some more of the mayonnaise in it. Moisten it right up. But this is going to moisten it a little bit. Now these are grapes. I put them in at the end because I don't want to get them all squashy when I'm doing it. So a little bit of grapes. Joe is not a big grape fan with his salad, so I cut him up big enough so that he can kind of pick out which part of the salad he wants. And last thing we're going to add, I'm going to slice up just a little of these. These are just pecans. You can buy them already sliced. You can put them in just like this if you have somebody who wants to pick them out. So we're just going to get a big, quick chop with these. Our beans are getting hot. And then we're going to move on to dinner. We're almost finished with our lunch.
Alice is on.
Hi, Alice. Alice, you need to watch because I'm going to do something with a baking pan in a little bit, and you're going to be like, oh my God, Jessica. Did you really? Okay, so we have our chicken salad. We're just going to...
Slow down. Can't catch up to you.
I'm sorry, Joe, my poor cameraman. I didn't mean to do this. So... remember, it's live TV, so we're just rolling with it. Let me slow it down. Okay, so you've added the last ingredients, which is the pecans. Stir it up really well. And voila, you have chicken salad. Really, it's best if you make this earlier. Make it before you're going to use it. It turns out better. The more it sits, the better it gets. And I just put it on a croissant for Nick. And this is great when you're traveling, like maybe you're going to the beach and you can just put it in a big Ziploc, put it in the ice chest, and you're turning up your sandwich. Rather than just plain old turkey or ham, you've got something. I put this in the refrigerator for Nick and he loves it. He goes in there and helps himself. He knows exactly what to do with it. Put it on the croissant. And there you have it. For a ladies' lunch, maybe you're having a ladies' lunch, you're having a lunch at work, and you need to brief something. These are fabulous. And you can even buy the smaller croissants, put them on a large tray. I tell you what, lunch, put some chips on the side, lunch is served, fruit on the side. There you go. So we've already made one meal out of our chicken.
Road trips.
Road trips. We do that. We'll put that in the little ice chest that if we're going on a long road trip. Put some crackers and Joe and I will just snack on that. So we're going to get started on our tostadas. And the first thing, we got this going. Of course, we need to make our tortillas. Now you can buy the pre-made shells for your tostadas, or you can fry them up. Now in the old days, that's right, I'd have the pan with the grease, frying them up, grease everywhere, delish. But I'm trying to watch it, watch my fat intake. So I do it this way and it works out fine. So the first thing, you put a little pan on the outside. Let's put 3 of them in here. We could probably put 4. 3 is probably better. So we're going to spray one side. I've got a 375 degree oven and they take about 15 minutes to do. And you're going to turn them about every 5 or they will burn. So we're just going to put these in the oven, and about every 5 minutes you go back to the oven, turn them over. We made some earlier, so we already have ours done. Now let's talk about the black beans.
Where are they from?
Black beans, you can get them. You'll find them in the bean section, and they're. I had a black bean thing. See, I told you it's live. It's live TV. You'll just get. I've got a large can. Ta-da! The black beans. Goya makes some really good black beans. You're going to take them, you can put them in a strainer and drain all the liquid out of them. Put a little oil in your pan. Put the black beans in. once they've cooked a little. And you can always add a little more oil if you're trying to get the right texture. We want it spreadable. I've added a little bit of ground cumin in here, some garlic salt, just to give them a little flavor. They even have pinto bean seasoning, which works great in here. You can do this with pinto beans. You don't have to use the black beans, but they really are. They have lots of flavor, lots of fiber. You're trying to get your fiber in. They're a little bit higher in protein and lower in carbohydrates than pinto beans. So that's just about the right texture. Smash those up. That looks about right. Okay, so we used the white meat, and I still have some white meat left for my colossal chicken. I'm telling you, that chicken, that's a big chicken. It's almost like a turkey. Okay, so we've gotten our beans ready. Now we're gonna make, to turn this up a little bit, I'm not gonna put lettuce and tomato. We're gonna make a little bit of a salad that's gonna go on top, and it's with roasted corn, avocado, and tomatoes. Now here's my dark meat for my chicken. So we're gonna start with the base is our black beans, put a little chicken, and now we're gonna make our salad. So first thing is we have to get our corn off the cob. Okay, for most people, this is what? A bundt cake, right? Stella knows what it is. A bundt cake, and she bakes. For someone like me that's not a baker, little secret. It's a corn on the cob catcher. You know, I have done corn on the cob so many ways, and I try and get the kernels off, and they end up all over the place. This is a secret, and they all end up right in the bath. Looky there. Can y'all hear my dogs barking? They're in their kennels, and they want to be on the show. One of these days, I'm going to do maybe we can do some dog food treats. That would be fun for everybody that has a pet. Make your own treats for your babies. So isn't this great? They all end up, I don't end up with a mess everywhere. I know, Stella, it's for cakes. I get it. I'm sorry, Alice. It's for cakes. Stella's her sister. Alice, it's for cakes. I know. But look, it caught on my corn and I don't have a mess everywhere. So sorry, Alice, that's what I use it for. I'm sorry. So now we have our corn. Alice is going to come on and bake a cake for us. Got to do it in 15 minutes. That's the hard part. Okay. So we've got
Linda, Odom.
Hi, Linda.
Tina Garcia, hi.
Tina, hi, guys. Okay, so we've gotten our, isn't that cool, though? You don't make a mess, and it's all right in there.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So we've gotten our corn in our, I'm going to start with our corn. Let's clear some space. We have to put some tomatoes. Now, let me tell you about cutting tomatoes. When you use a tomato for like a salad, you are going to, you don't want to use the inside, the seeds and the liquid. You want to use just the outside of the tomato. So I've cut a little bit of one because it'll make your, like if you're making pico or you're making guac, it makes it watery. So you don't want all that liquid in there. So you can either use this for a stock, you can use it when you're making maybe a marinara sauce, or just take the seeds out and you can use that one. I'm going to just use the outside for this. So when you had, I can believe that I can do 2 meals. You guys are probably like, yeah, you can't do 2 meals out of that one little chicken. And if you go and you say, oh, these chickens are too small, just get 2 of them. Done that before too when I couldn't find my colossal chicken. I have some friends that work at H-E-B and they're not going to be liking that I'm talking about Kroger's, but they have colossal chicken. What can I say? You know, Costco has some pretty large rotisserie chickens also, I must admit. So we've gotten all of our tomatoes. Our beans are ready. This is awesome. Okay, let's get this into the bowl. And can you believe we started all this with just a store-bought rotisserie chicken? So get that in there. Okay, so we're going to add a couple more things. Of course, my favorite, my purple onions, just a little bit of that. the rest of my meal. A little bit of salt and pepper goes a long way. Okay, a little bit more salt. And then we're going to stir this all up. Now, again, Joe does not like really spicy, but you could add a jalapeno in here like that. It'd be awesome. And then the last thing we're going to add is our avocado. Let me cut a little bit of this one. I'm sure you've all seen the secret of how to dice an avocado. And there you have it. This is going to be your topping, something a little different. I'm going to add one more thing in here before well, actually two. We're going to take a little bit of lime juice, just takes it right over the top. Yum. And then last but not least, we're going to add a little bit of queso fresco, or the white cheese that's kind of crumbly, to our mix here. Yum. Oops, some got out of the bowl there. Okay, so there it is. This is going to go right on top of your not very traditional tostada. Now let me tell you this. Those of you who are maybe following a different diet, maybe you're on the keto, and you're trying to not do, you can buy the low carb tortilla, brown it, make it crispy. You have substitute, don't use the black beans, just use the chicken. All of this, if you're just watching your fat intake, this is a great meal. We didn't use any oil on the tortillas. We did them in the oven. We used a little bit of avocado oil, that's good fat, in our refried beans, and all of this, no fat in it. So if you're watching your fat intake, this is great, and we're using a rotisserie chicken. So let's go ahead and we did these earlier. So we're going to take these, let's get this one, and plate it up. So let's start with a little bit of our black beans. They're spreadable. See, you're just going to put those on there. Mom, I know you don't like black beans, but I'm telling you, this is going to be delicious. And then I'm going to put a little bit of my chicken. Remember, I started out with my rotisserie chicken, and this is just the dark meat. I didn't use it in the salad. So we're going to put our, and then top it. It's not spicy. You can make it spicy. You could add your own a jalapeno in here. You could put some cilantro in here just to kick it up a notch. And there you go. Put a little lime on the side for someone to get. And there you have it. Dinner is served. Awesome, right? Looks delicious. I don't know if I think I'm going to take a bite of this.
Laura asked, do you add anything in your black beans or just from the can?
It's just from the can, Laura. I drained them, put a little bit of oil. I use avocado oil because I like it, but you can put some other kind of oil in there. You could use vegetable oil if you wanted. The avocado is the best. It's a good fat, so that's the kind that I use. Just probably about 2 tablespoons in the bottom of the pan. Poured them in. Then I added some garlic powder. I added a little bit of salt and pepper and some ground comino, or ground cumin, in there, and that's it. So all these recipes we will post on our brand new website, and also we'll have it posted on Facebook for you guys. But we'll have all this posted. So here I go. I promised you what? 1 chicken, 2 meals. A chicken salad, very versatile, ready for the road. The longer it sits, the better it gets. So make it the day before. Delish. I'm telling you, my grandson's going to be coming to the kitchen for that. And then we've already served dinner. We did a black bean tostada with the rest of our chicken, our colossal chicken. We used the dark meat, the black beans, and then we made a little relish on top with the tomatoes, avocados. We used the cheese, and then the fresh corn. So there you have it. Dinner, lunch, and dinner out of one chicken. I promised you 2 meals, 1 chicken, so that's what we did today. I want to thank you for watching. Remind everybody we do have our brand new website up. It is www.sisterhoodofthetravelingpans.com. All of the episodes are on there and all of our recipes. Plus, keep following us on social media, on Instagram and on Facebook, Twitter. And Joe has, oh, that's right, I am going to tell you something exciting. We are going to be hitting the road this weekend, so we'll have pics coming up. And next week, we're going to show you our little review of a local place. It's off of Lake Conroe in Willis. It's called Thousand Trails. We go there quite often, but we're going to show you around. So if you haven't been there, you're going to get a sneak peek of what it's all about. And we're celebrating, okay, come here close. We're celebrating Joe. He's turning 50 this weekend. I say welcome to the club. What do you know? So we're going to do all that this weekend. So make sure you're following us on social media, especially if you haven't been to Thousand Trails. It's a great place for families. And if you don't have an RV, guess what? They have cabins that you can rent. And you're right there on Lake Conroe. It is where we started camping. And let me tell you, the first time Joe and I the first time we went camping, we were in our I'm going to tell you that story. In our Traverse, we didn't even have a tent. We decided we were just going to go there and camp, and in the middle of the night, we were ready to go home, but we promised our kids we could tough it out, and we did. The next time we took a tent, and we went back there again, we had our RV. So it's a great place, hosts great memories. We're going to celebrate Joe's birthday there, and we're going to share it with you guys. Also, like I said, if you don't have an RV and you're looking for a place to get away, they have cabins you can rent. You can go out there and tent, camp with all of the family. It's a great place, so make sure you watch us this weekend, and we'll have a whole video for you. And then next week, one of our Facebook friends asked for me to do our ravioli. There's a picture on the website, so we're going to do that next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Once again, thank you so much for all of your support. It's sometimes overwhelming, but I am having the best time hanging out with you guys on Wednesdays. So we'll see you next Wednesday at 7. Remember, till we see each other again, share a meal with a friend. Thanks for watching.